This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, let me share my screen. Hope my screen is visible now.
Yes, it is.
Oh, fine. Right. So we are supposed to go ahead with taxation. That is
Yeah.
tax on sales oblique purchases. So far we have seen sales invoice, purchase invoice, which are also called as sales invoice is called as outgoing invoice. Purchase invoice is called as incoming invoice, which is also called as sales invoice is also called as customer invoice. Purchase invoice is also called as vendor invoice. We have seen how to process the invoices in vendor management as well as in customer management, right?
Yeah.
Right. Before we go ahead with the topic, I have one question for asking. When we are going for buying provisions or whatever it is, uh, suppose assume you are going to you went to a supermarket and you bought one soap, bath soap. You will pay, let's say you will ask how much price, how much is the price, then the shopkeeper will say that you pay 30 rupees, and 30 rupees is the MRP. You will check on the soap, 30 rupees is the MRP. If you observe carefully, just beside that MRP, you will find one more wording, that is inclusive of taxes. Have you ever observed that?
Yeah, it's there.
Right? That means whenever we are purchasing the goods, whenever we are purchasing the material, whatever the price we paid, whatever the amount we have paid, that amount is inclusive of taxes. Correct?
Yeah.
That means, see, from our point of view, it is purchase. From the shopkeeper point of view, it is a sales. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
That means when a person is selling goods, he will sell the goods at that price which is inclusive of taxes. Similarly, when a person is purchasing the goods, he will purchase the goods at that amount which is inclusive of taxes. That means for sales we process sales invoice, for purchases we process purchase invoice, which means while processing either sales invoice or purchase invoice, we will have to process along with the taxes. Correct?
Yeah.
But so far we haven't come across taxes. We so many times we have processed customer invoice, so many times we have processed purchase invoice, but we never incorporated tax element while processing the invoices. Correct?
Yeah.
So now always remember that invoices shall be processed along with the taxes. Even there is no tax amount, we process invoices with zero amount, zero tax amount. Okay. So always invoices, whether it is a sales invoice or purchase invoice, always invoices should be processed along with the taxes. That means system should be able to process the tax amount, and whatever the tax amount calculated by the system, it should process the tax amounts to the relevant tax GL accounts automatically. So to calculate the tax on purchases or on sales, and to process the calculated tax amount to the respective tax GL accounts, what are all the settings we require and how those settings will be done, that will be taken care under the topic called taxation. Clear?
Yeah.
Right?
For
So
sales invoice, you said incoming. Uh,
sales invoice is outgoing invoice or customer
okay.
invoice. Purchase invoice
Okay.
is incoming invoice or vendor invoice.
Fine.
Okay, I'll mention here. Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, just one second. Sales invoice is also called as outgoing invoice. Why it is called as outgoing invoice? Because when we are making sales, goods will go out, no?
Yes. Hmm.
Right? That is the reason why it is called as outgoing. That means we are invoicing the goods which went outside from the business in the form of
Okay.
sales. Therefore, it is outgoing invoice. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Outgoing invoice or customer invoice. Okay. Next. Purchase invoice is also called as incoming invoice. Why it is called as incoming invoice? When business is purchasing goods from the vendors, business will receive the goods are coming in, therefore it is incoming invoice. Okay, we are doing invoice, we are processing invoice for those goods which are coming inside the business when we are doing purchase activity. Understood?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, so incoming invoice, or it is also called as vendor invoice. Vendor invoice. Next point. In case of purchases and sales, both purchase value and sales value is inclusive of tax. In our case, it is GST. GST, that is and service goods and service tax. Okay,
Yes.
next, always business has to process sales and purchases along with the tax, that is with GST. See, this GST has been introduced 2017 July, sorry, 2018 July. Okay, prior to that there was no GST, there was VAT, excise duty, service tax. Those were the taxes prior to implementation of GST by the government of India. Okay, now there is no VAT, there is no excise duty, there is no service tax. There is only one tax, one nation, that is goods and service tax. All those earlier taxes, which we call them as legacy taxes, were disposed of by the government of India. Okay,
Yeah.
now there is only one tax, that is GST. Okay, right. So next point, GST in case of sales made by the business is called as GST on sales, or or output tax. Output tax, or which is also called as GST on output. The next, GST in case of purchases made by the business is called as GST on purchases, or input tax, or GST on purchases. Am I clear so far?
Yeah.
Right. Next, the GST on sales and GST on purchases must and should be calculated by the system itself, and the calculated GST shall be processed posted into respective GST GL accounts by the system automatically. What I mean to say is, we don't need to calculate tax. We are not supposed to calculate the tax amount manually. We will say to the system, 1 lakh is my sales. System itself will calculate what is the amount of tax, what is the amount of GST on sales. Clear?
Yeah.
Similarly, once system has calculated the GST amount or tax amount, the calculated tax amount should be captured, should be posted, should be processed to the respective GST GL accounts by the system automatically. That means we won't give manually, this is the GST GL account and you post this much GST amount to this GST GL account. We do not say like that. We don't say. System itself will calculate GST amount on purchases as well as on sales, and the calculated GST will be posted, will be processed into the system to the respective tax GL accounts. Getting my point?
Yeah.
So to happen like that, to calculate the GST amount automatically by the system and to process the calculated GST account to the respective GL accounts, what are all the configurational settings that are required and how those steps will be done by the system automatically. That part will be taken care under this heading, taxation. Hope I am clear with my explanation.
Yes.
Right. So let us see step by step. Step number one. Step number one. Define tax procedure. Define tax procedure using OBQ3. Using OBQ3. OBQ3. Please take down the path. Did I share my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So define tax procedure using OBQ3. Please take down the path. It's SAP Easy Access. SAP Easy Access. SPRO. SPRO. Press enter. Press enter. Press enter. Click on SAP reference IMG. Click on SAP reference IMG. Then one second. One second, please. Financial accounting. Financial accounting. Financial accounting. Then financial accounting global settings. Financial accounting global settings. Then tax on sales oblique purchases. Here tax is nothing but GST. Tax on sales oblique purchases. Then basic settings. Basic settings. Then check calculation procedure. Check calculation procedure. Check calculation procedure. So click on the clock icon beside check calculation procedure. Click on the clock icon beside check calculation procedure. This clock icon is called as IMG icon or IMG activity icon. Clock icon, round clock icon is called as IMG icon or IMG activity icon. So click on this clock icon. Double click on define procedures. Visible?
Yeah.
Okay. So double click on define procedures. Write down carefully. I said double click, not single click. So double click on define procedures. Third option. That is the last option. Double click on define procedures. Click on position. In the bottom you can see, click on position. Give the procedure tax GB. Tax GB. It's a standard tax procedure provided by SAP. Even in real time also, in case of implementation also, we do the same process. We select the existing one, that is tax GB. So give the procedure tax GB, press enter, press enter. Select the procedure tax GB with color. You can see it is appearing on the top, visible.
Yeah.
So select the procedure tax GB with color. Select the tax GB procedure with color and click on copy as icon. From the top left, it is third icon. Click on copy as icon. Copy as. Write down very carefully. Change the procedure code. Write down very carefully. Change the procedure code. Change the procedure code from tax GB. I repeat, change the procedure code from tax GB to TO2 tax IN. Tax IN. Tax IN. Change the procedure code from tax GB to tax IN and change the description. Default description is sales tax Great Britain. So you need to change it to, just I'm giving tax procedure India. Okay. Tax procedure India. Change the description as tax procedure India. Okay. Clear so far?
Yeah.
Press enter. Press enter. Once you press enter, you will see this pop-up. Copy all, only copy entry, cancel. Okay. So click on copy all. Click on copy all. Click on copy all. Ignore the message. Ignore the message. Ignore the message. Press enter. Ignore the message. Press enter. Click on save. Click on save. Click on save. Press enter and get the message data was saved. And get the message data was saved. Data was saved. Observe, Manisha, there is an option called new entries.
Yeah.
But we did not went through new entries. We did not use this option. We have used copy, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, even in real time also, in case of implementation of an SAP project, when configuring the tax procedure, we do not go in new entries mode. Existing tax procedure provided by SAP will be copied and whatever the changes required according to the particular country's requirement, we will make the changes. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember this very well. This will be an interview question for you.
Okay. Hello.